How are you guys doing? Today is Sunday, August 8th, 2021. I'm James Sims, and for this episode of The Elite, now that the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo, Japan are officially done, I'm going to use this episode to, of course, recognize the 25 countries that were able to at least win double-digit medals, at least, and by medaling, that means finishing in the top three in an Olympic event. And of course, there were so many to give out. And out of the thousands of Olympic events, they were only able to give it out to so many. And there were 92 total countries that were able to win a medal out of the hundreds that actually competed. But of course, I'm just going to recognize the 25 because there were 25 total that were able to win a total of 10 or more medals. So, in 25th place, finishing with 10 medals on the year, was Kenya. Kenya finished with 4 gold medals, 4 silver medals, and a couple of bronze. Two of Kenya's most notable medals were won in the men's and the women's marathon, as they actually played the Kenya national anthem twice during the closing ceremony of the games. Sitting right ahead of them, tied in 23rd with 11 medals, is Denmark in the Czech Republic. Denmark finished with 11 medals on the games. They had 3 gold medals, 4 silver medals, and 4 bronze medals. And alongside them, the Czech Republic had 4 gold medals, 4 silver medals, and 3 bronze medals. Sitting ahead of both of these countries in 22nd and 34th place in gold was Chinese Taipei. Taipei finished with 12 gold medals on the games. They had 2 gold medals, 4 silver medals, and 6 bronze medals. Sitting right ahead of them in these games was a two-way tie for 13 total medals. Sitting right ahead of them with 13 gold medals, and sitting tied for 35th in total gold medals is Turkey. Turkey finished with 2 gold medals, 2 silver medals, and 9 bronze medals on the games. And alongside them, Switzerland was able to finish with 3 gold medals, 4 silver medals, and 6 bronze medals, as both Switzerland and Turkey would tie for 20th. And out of all of these countries in total medals in the games. Sitting ahead of both of these countries in 19th place in total medals was Poland. Poland finished 17th tied for 17th in the games in total gold medals. They had 4 gold medals, 5 silver medals, and 5 bronze medals on the games. One of their more notable silver medals was in the men's 4x400 meter sprint. And with that, like I said, they finished 19th, and finishing right ahead of them in 18th place in total medals was Cuba. Cuba finished with 7 total gold medals on the game, which ties them with 14th of all countries. They finished with 3 silver medals and 5 bronze medals on the games. Sitting ahead of them in 17th place in total medals was Spain. Spain had 17 medals in total. They had 3 golds, 8 silvers, and 6 bronzes. As they finished 22nd of all countries in total gold medals. Sitting ahead of Spain in total medals, but below them in golds, was Ukraine. Ukraine only won 1 gold medal for the entire games, which ties them for 44th with all others. But they finished with 6 silvers and 12 bronze medals to, of course, have them sit 16th of all countries. And sitting ahead of them, there were 15 countries that were able to win at least 20 gold medals for the games. There were 3 countries that were tied for 13 with 20 total. Sitting with 6 gold medals was the Republic of Korea and Hungary. Korea was able to finish with 6 gold medals, 4 silver medals, and 10 bronze. And I was sitting right alongside them. Hungary was able to finish with 6 gold medals, 7 silver medals, and 7 bronzes. Also finishing with 20 medals on the games, but 1 more gold medal was New Zealand. New Zealand was able to finish with 7 gold medals, 6 silvers, and 7 bronzes on the games. Sitting ahead of New Zealand in 12th place for gold medals and in 12th place for total medals was Brazil. Brazil was able to finish with 21 medals on the games. They had 7 gold medals, 6 silvers, and 8 bronzes, which is exactly what New Zealand had, plus an extra bronze. Sitting right ahead of Brazil for 11th place in total medals was Canada, as Canada was able to win 24 total on the games. Canada won 7 golds, one of their more notable ones being the women's soccer gold medal. They were able to also take home these 6 silver medals and 11 bronzes. Sitting right ahead of them in 10th place of all countries and medals was France. France was one of 10 countries I guess there were only 10 countries that finished with double-digit golds, and France was one of them. France would finish with 10 gold medals, 12 silver medals, and 11 bronze medals on the day. And then sitting right ahead of them was the Netherlands. The Netherlands would finish with 36 medals on the day. They also finished with 10 gold medals, as they also had 12 silver medals. They just had 14 bronze, 3 more bronze than France. Sitting 1 medal ahead of them, 8th of all countries, was Germany. Germany finished with 10 gold medals, just like Netherlands and France. They had 11 silvers, which was less than Netherlands and France. But they also had 16 bronze, which was more than Netherlands and France, was more than both of them. Sitting in 7th place for total medals, but also sitting amongst France, Netherlands, and Germany for total gold medals was Italy. Italy had 10 gold medals in the games, most notably their gold medals in the 4x1 100-meter dash and the 100-meter dash. They also finished with 10 silver medals and 20 bronze medals, which in the entirety of the games was the 5th most bronze medals in the entire Olympics. Sitting right ahead of Italy in 6th place for total medals was Australia. Australia finished with 46 medals in the game, 6 more medals than Italy. They finished with 17 gold medals in the game. They finished 6th in gold medals. There were only 6 countries with more than 10 gold medals, and Australia was one of them. They had 7 silver medals for the entirety of the games, and they had 22 bronze. And that, of course, brings it to the top 5. Only 5 countries in this year's Olympics were able to finish with at least 50 medals won and at least 20 gold medals. Sitting in 5th in total gold medals and 3rd in gold medals was Japan, the home country, the hosting nation. They finished with 58 total medals in the games. They had 27 gold medals. The only countries with more gold were China and the United States. They finished with 14 silvers, which was the least amount of silver medals out of the top 5. And they also finished with 17 bronzes. So they had less silvers and bronzes than everyone else, but they had more golds than Russia and Great Britain. Sitting ahead of Japan's 4th in total medals won was Great Britain. Great Britain won 65 total medals on the day, 7 more than Japan. They finished with the fourth most amount of total medals and the 4th most amount of golds, as they had 22. They had 21 silvers, and they also had 22 bronzes. They were one of 4 countries with at least 20 gold medals, at least 20 silver medals, and at least 20 bronzes. Sitting 3rd in total medals won and 5th in gold medals won was the Russian Olympic Committee. In total, the Russian Olympic Committee finished with 71 total medals on the day, and that was 6 more than Great Britain. They would finish with 20 gold medals, which was the 5th most amount of gold medals won. They won 28 silvers, which is the 3rd most amount of silvers. And they won 23 bronze medals, which is the 2nd most amount of bronze medals won in the entirety of the games. Sitting ahead of Russia was the People's Republic of China. The People's Republic of China would finish with the 2nd most amount of gold medals by only 1. They would finish with the 2nd most amount of total medals, as they finished with 88 medals, compared to the United States 113, which would be a difference of 25 total medals won, but they have 1 less gold than the United States. They would finish with 32 silver medals, which is the 2nd most amount of silver medals, which is still 9 less than the United States, and 4 more than 3rd place Russia. They would finish with 18 bronze medals, which would actually be the 6th most amount of bronze medals, but following Italy, who finished with the 7th most amount of medals total. And so that's where China finished. And of course, sitting on top of the Olympic podium in terms of total medals won silver medals and bronze medals. The United States were able to dominate every single category. They were able to win more gold medals than any other country by one, as of course China finished second. They finished with the United States would finish with the most amount of silver medals, as they finished with 41 medals to China's 32, and they would finish with the most amount of bronze medals with 33 compared to the second place Russia's 23, finishing with 113 total medals, dominating this games. And of course, cementing a all-around, beginning to end, phenomenal Olympic Games. And of course, I can't wait for it to get started in the summer of 2024 in Paris. And until then, I want to thank the Olympics website for giving me the facts and figures that I needed for this episode. I want to thank everyone for following me through this entire 2020 Olympic Games. Once again, today is Sunday, August 8th, 2021. I'm James Sims. This is The Elite. I want to thank you for listening to my piece. I hope all is well. And hopefully I will have this show up and running by the time the next Olympics run in 2024. So until then, thanks for listening. I hope all is well. And peace out. I'll catch you with another episode of The Elite once all of today's episodes and matchups are done. Until then, peace out. I'll catch you then.